Now at 5, a warning to schools and health departments from the Missouri Attorney General about COVID-19 orders.
A winter COVID surge may have already started. I'm Bradley Blackburn with the new case numbers and the jump in people getting boosters.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
We're hearing some local response to the order from the Missouri Attorney General. He's demanding that health departments and local school districts no longer enforce mask mandates or quarantine orders. This is KOAM News at 5. In a letter sent on December 7th, the Attorney General states that school districts and health departments are to end all COVID-19 health orders under the judgment. The letter says this is to take effect immediately. Now local health departments are working to understand what the order means for them and local schools.
The public could get a false sense of security. There's no quarantine orders, there's no isolation orders. Everybody can continue doing everything they want to do. That could give us a false sense of security. I hope that doesn't translate into increased number of cases.
The Newton County Health Department tells us they're going to continue providing educational data with the new order. A couple of Joplin organizations came together to donate medical supplies to rural clinics. Joplin's Daybreak Rotary collected old medical equipment from Mercy Hospital. That equipment will get new life by being donated to Medical Supplies Network International. That organization takes the equipment and distributes it to rural hospitals and clinics in need around the globe.
We're always trying to buy the newest equipment, so a lot of this equipment we're donating today is only 2, 3, 4 years old and is still perfectly good, but just doesn't meet the needs for Mercy.
Medical Supplies Network International is a Tulsa-based organization founded by Rotary. The Joplin Fire Department today put out a house fire at 18th and Sargent. Officials say everyone inside at the time of the fire made it out, but there were some injuries. We do not know at this point just how severe those injuries are. Checking in with Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
Well, we've had some showers, even a few thunderstorms that have passed through during the daytime hours, especially late morning into the early afternoon. And then now another little batch getting going in southwestern parts of Missouri as we have a cold front that is racing toward us. And these are going to be moderate to strong thunderstorms once you get into our eastern counties from Lockwood down toward Mount Vernon, Monette, Cassville, even a couple popping up, one just to north of Neosho, a couple little guys popping up in northeastern Oklahoma. But most of the action from this point on is going to be east of us as we get a monster severe weather event this evening out across south central Missouri and then into southeastern Missouri. You can see the snow up across the northern parts of the plains. Temperatures are still warm ahead of the front. See the front right along the I-35 corridor. So much colder temperatures are going to be working in. So a lot to talk about here in just a bit.
See you then. Thanks, Doug. The CDC says most Omicron cases in the U.S. are among people who are fully vaccinated. Bradley Blackburn has more on that, plus what some states are doing in response to rising COVID cases and hospitalizations.
Concern is growing over how well current COVID-19 vaccines work against the Omicron variant. The CDC says Omicron infections are now confirmed in 25 states. Among 43 cases, the agency says one person was hospitalized.
Most people experienced only mild symptoms, which is what we would expect from a group of fully vaccinated individuals.
Federal health officials say more data is needed before drawing conclusions.
It will take some time to have a clear understanding of Omicron's transmissibility, severity, and vaccine impact.
In most cases, the patient did not receive a booster shot, and 6 were reinfections.
Booster doses increased the neutralizing antibody titers by 25-fold compared to 2 doses against the Omicron variant. A striking endorsement of the importance of boosting.
The latest CDC data shows less than half of eligible seniors have received a booster. Nationwide, COVID cases are increasing. At least 42 states have seen hospitalizations go up in the past week. Some states have announced new measures to fight the spread. Starting Monday here in New York, masks will be required in all indoor public places statewide, unless the business has a vaccine requirement.
I have to protect people, but also the economy.
And the National Institutes of Health announced that a clinical trial is being planned for a potential nasal spray COVID vaccine targeted for babies and young children. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
That vaccine would be one dose. The U.S. Supreme Court today issued a decision on the Texas abortion law. The justices are leaving the law in place, which bans the procedure after around 6 weeks of pregnancy. But the court says abortion providers have the right to challenge the law in federal court. Former Kansas Senator Bob Dole was remembered as a father, hero, and statesman today during a funeral service at the Washington National Cathedral. One of the Senate's longest-serving Republican leaders passed away Sunday at the age of 98. Speakers included President Biden, former Kansas Senator Pat Roberts, Dole's daughter Robin, and actor Tom Hanks. Dole will be buried at Arlington National Cemetery. A ceremony will be held in Dole's hometown of Russell, Kansas, tomorrow. Still ahead, prices continue to rise.
A new report shows how much Americans are spending for everyday goods. I'm Michael George with the impact on prices for holiday gifts.
And next in Health Watch, how more screen time is leading to more eye problems among kids. Topping today's Health Watch, U.S. hospitals are now required to disclose prices. But a Johns Hopkins study finds that more than half of hospitals are not complying with that new law. Under the hospital price transparency rule, hospitals must provide clear pricing information online about their services. If they don't, they could face penalties of up to $2 million a year. New evidence links COVID-19 to heart damage. A study from the European Society of Cardiology found COVID-19 patients who've recovered from the virus but still experience shortness of breath during physical activity may be suffering from heart function abnormalities. Scientists say more research is needed on the cardiac consequences of long COVID. Hot holiday gifts for children often include technology, from phones to tablets to video game systems. Kids have spent much more time on screens during the pandemic, and it's leading to eye problems. Well, Naomi Ruckham shows us why more children are needing glasses and how parents can help.
All three of Ann Eng's boys are having issues with their eyesight.
They are looking like out of the corner of their eye, squinting, or when they go pick up something, they have to get really close to either the screen or the phone. It's always in their face.
Her oldest, Zayden, is at the eye doctor for an issue that's only gotten worse in school.
They write big, but to me it seems small because I can't see.
Zayden has myopia, or nearsightedness.
It's feeling like it's even harder, that it's gotten worse?
Yes.
It's a diagnosis optometrist Dr. James Delarusso is seeing more often, especially in children.
A lot more usage of device, not only for their academics, but also for leisure and social connection. And absolutely seeing a exponential increase in people's strength of their prescriptions.
One study from China of more than 120,000 children ages 6 to 8 found cases of nearsightedness increased up to 3 times during the pandemic.
Parents want the best for their kids. What can they do to slow this down?
Well, I think knowledge is power and early diagnosis is key.
Doctors say something as simple as spending a little more time outside can help slow the progression of nearsightedness.
Dr. Delarusso recommends following the 20-20 rule.
After 20 minutes of screen time, they want to look at an object 20 feet away for about 20 seconds to let their eye sort of reset that accommodation and relax.
All tips Zayden and his mom hope will help him see better now and into the future. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
Eye doctors recommend having children screened for vision problems between the ages of 6 and 8 years old. The pandemic has prompted a dramatic shift to online therapy, but a new review finds some patients are falling through the cracks. A study from King's College London finds telemental health by phone, video, or messaging is challenging for new patients, older patients, and those without a private space at home. They also found it's harder to pick up on nonverbal cues and establish a therapeutic relationship when compared to in-person therapy. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, a reported defect in some Apple Watches.
Plus a few more thunderstorms sticking around for the evening hours and then turning much colder. We're going to look at that coming up.
Join us for the
Southland turned out to be a very mild, very windy day for us today. Periods of showers throughout the day, even some thunderstorms have been getting going. But most of the precip is going to stay east of the region, but we're definitely going to feel the much colder air, which is going to be diving in as we go through the evening hours for us tonight. Still right now, even with the clouds, we're sitting lower 70s, upper 60s. On the Kansas side, and look at this powerful front. We have an area of low pressure, which is just north of Kansas City. We have a dry line that is passing through right now, and that's what's firing up some showers and thunderstorms ahead of it, and then a very strong cold front behind it. You can see Wichita's at 47, 30 in North Platte. So all that colder air is really going to be working in as we go through the evening hours. Very windy today. South winds anywhere in that 15 to 25 mile per hour range, but we've had gusts at times 30, 35, even pushing 40 during the afternoon. So it's going to stay very windy ahead of that front, which is going to be working through. Cloudy skies right now currently sitting at 71. We have some showers. Humidity is at 68%. Through the evening hours, we slide through the 60s, 50s, and plummet into the 40s, and then eventually into the 30s as that cold front works through. Now, we've had some on and off showers, even a few thunderstorms throughout the daytime hours today. And as the front is approaching us and we have that dry line that is pushing through, we're getting thunderstorms, which are really getting going across southwestern parts of Missouri, and these extend back into northeastern parts of Oklahoma. These are just moderate to strong thunderstorms, most likely will become severe just east of the region. But we're still getting thunderstorms from Stockton, Lockwood. We're going to look at Mount Vernon, head down to Aurora, Monette, just north of Cassville. We have a little cluster just to the east of the metro. So here's I-49 and then I-44. So here's Carthage. So Sarcoxy points east. A few little guys popping up. Again, these are not severe. A few little moderate guys popping up in central parts of Newton County. And then on the back edge of that dry line, we have a few more little guys popping up southern Ottawa County. So we're going to have to deal with these mainly on the Missouri side for the next couple hours. And then all these showers and thunderstorms are out of here. Look at the heavy snows across the northern plains on the cold side of the system. We're going to get a big severe weather outbreak, especially southeastern parts of Missouri down through parts of Arkansas. So this is in the pattern. So this system will return February 13th and then again April 14th. So more severe weather down the road. But out to the west, not a whole bunch going on. So once we get this system out of here, we look pretty calm, just much colder as this cold front plows through during the overnight hours tonight. We drop all the way back near freezing, and then we kind of struggle to warm up tomorrow. I think most of us are going to be right around 50 for a high. It's going to be kind of windy, 45 by noon, high temp of 50. We will get the sunshine. Another cold night tomorrow night, back near freezing. We get southerly winds returning by Sunday, so that helps our temperatures out just a little bit as we go back into the upper 50s for highs, which will be nice. So 55 tomorrow, 63 on Monday, 55 on Sunday. Back into the 70s, more rain, more showers and thunderstorms late next week, and then snow chances right around this corner.
So, right around this corner?
Yes, right around the 7-day corner.
7-day corner. That would be about 8 days, yes. Maybe 9. Thanks, Doug. It's certainly beginning to look a lot like Christmas well north of here, still well south of the North Pole. A winter storm watch has been upgraded to a winter storm warning for southern Minnesota and northern Iowa today as that area gets its first major winter storm of the season. Parts of that area are getting heavy snow, and they're expecting it to continue at least lightly into tomorrow. They're talking about accumulations possibly of 11 inches or more in some places. Our annual Toy Box campaign is underway. Each year, we ask for donations of toys or money to buy toys to give to area kids in need. All your donations can stay in the county where you live. You can find a list of the toy drop-off locations on our website. That's KOAMNewsNow.com, or you can donate by phone during our Toy Box Tuesday telethons. The final one is going to be this coming Tuesday on our noon, 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. newscast. Hope you'll join us then. Coming up, the latest inflation numbers. First, though, we honor a local World War II veteran. Fred Collins served in the U.S. Army from 1943 to 45, stationed in the Philippines. His hometown, Liberal, Missouri. And we're proud to salute Private First Class Fred Collins, a four-state hero.
Doug Henny has meat.
Topping today's Consumer Watch, the cost of living continues to rise. A new report reveals the rate of inflation hitting nearly 40-year high. And it's happening as millions of Americans are shopping for gifts. Michael George reports.
Connie Blackman is on the hunt for holiday presents, but rising costs are a concern. Are you noticing that prices are up for just about everything?
Absolutely.
New government data shows U.S. consumer prices soared in November, up 6.8% in the past year, the biggest jump since 1982. That has Blackman and millions of other Americans shopping with a strategy.
I'm going to look for bargains. Definitely price hunt. I'm probably doing a lot more of that this year.
Rising prices are also impacting everyday items. At the grocery store, beef and bacon are up more than 20%. Gas has skyrocketed 58%, the largest 12-month increase since 1980. A major reason prices remain high is because of continued disruptions in the supply chain. Take the auto industry, for example. Fewer new cars are being built because of a microchip shortage. That's increased demand and prices for used cars, which are up more than 31% in the past year.
Prices have accelerated pretty dramatically.
CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says the trend will continue.
If you think that this is going to be behind us in the next couple of months, it's not. We are going to see higher prices, probably well into next year.
Shoppers like Brad Mountain are trying to take it in stride.
It is what it is. It's we need some celebration in our life at this point.
A holiday celebration that comes with a higher cost. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Despite the inflation numbers, a late wave of buying sent stocks to solid gains on Wall Street today, sent the S&P 500 to another record high. We're going to have those stocks numbers in a bit. A bit of a bruise for Apple. A group of consumers say a defect in the Apple Watch can cause the screen to crack, shatter, or detach from the device, and they're suing. The suit alleges that batteries inside the watch can suddenly swell, causing the screen to crack or break. The lawsuit claims Apple knew about the defect and released the devices anyway. And the holiday party is back, and so is the price tag. Excuse me. Americans plan to host end-of-year events about 30%. Kind of losing my voice at the moment, but I'll tell you what, we'll be right back.
Salon Services is on sale now.
My voice is back. For the moment, anyway. Up next on the CBS Evening News, Steve Hartman goes on the road with a Secret Santa once again, handing out cash to some very deserving people this holiday season. We're going to see who he's spreading kindness to this year. Then on KOIM News at 6, reporter Bronte Sorotsky has more on how area officials are responding to the Missouri Attorney General's order concerning COVID mandates. Plus an update on the case against 3 people charged in Missouri's fatal duck boat incident. And highlights from day 2 of the Carthage Invitational. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOIN News at 6. All right, this is a story that doesn't require much explanation. No need to voice it, really. It's cell phone video from Monrovia, California. That's where an inflatable reindeer got the attention of a bear, a real bear. Maybe the bear was looking for an easy meal. Maybe he just wanted the giant reindeer challenge, take it on, see if he could do it. At any rate, the bear attacked. The reindeer did not flinch. It bent. They did not flee. And every time the bear thinks he's won, that deer just bounces back up again. Another bear joins in on the low-calorie bear hunt, but he doesn't have much success either. Eventually, they both leave, presumably in search of easier prey, I guess.
Probably unsatisfied as well.
I would think. And who knows what goes on in the mind of a bear. Maybe it was just playing.
Could have been.
I don't know. But it sure looked determined to bring that reindeer down. The weather.
All right, some scattered thunderstorms, mainly on the Missouri side for the next hour or two as a dry line pushes through. And then we look pretty good for the rest of the night, except we're going to turn significantly colder. By morning, we're going to be near freezing. We're going to have plenty of sunshine over the weekend, but temperatures back to where they should be for this time of the year. A high temp right around 50 tomorrow, up to 55 on Sunday.
Not too bad, really. Thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next, and of course, we'll be right back here for KOAM News at 6. See you then. Let's make it a great evening.